Scott, a frustrating result here in the end at Parkview Road. It's finished 4-3 right at the very end. What was your assessment on the performance in the game?
Third time we've been 2 goals behind in our last 3 away games. Obviously St Albans, Eastbourne and today. So it shows that we've got to be more solid, we've got to be better. I think the 2 goals that we conceded, Josh is adamant it's not a penalty. And then Temmie's obviously made a mistake and you get punished. As simple as that. So we've gifted them 2 goals. Even though they started a lot better than us, they used the ball better and I think they played the slope really well. And then second half, we obviously got them in at half time. Had a talking to the boys and I thought, do you know what, that goal before half time was essential for us to try and get back involved. And then get the second one. Lo and behold, unlucky deflection for the third. Get back in it again, great free kick from Johnny. And then the fourth one is a sucker punch. I think one centre half's clipped it to the other centre half and he's headed it in. And I don't know how often that would happen, but yeah, it's one of those ones where you look at and you think probably after 90 minutes we take a point and see it as a massive, massive point. It stops them getting 3, but yeah, massive feeling of disappointment, I think, having got back into the game. But we have to lick our wounds and go again.
And why is it then, do you feel like that's now happened quite consistently, where we've gone behind in games and it's only then that we've managed to react?
Yeah, I think personnel. We've obviously changed it around tonight to try and give people a rest, to try and get fresh legs. We've obviously got a lot of games. There's no way we could pick the same starting 11 every single week. And I talk about the levels of competition in the team. There's not much between the players. So when we take one in and take one out and put one in, it doesn't make us weaker, in my opinion. But it's just decision making. You look at the goals today, 1 deflection, 1 mistake and 1 penalty. So I don't feel like we got carved open. It's a bad way to lose a game, especially in the 91st minute. But I don't want that to knock the boys' confidence. That's the second game we've lost in 15 matches. So feel gutted, of course I do. Feel really disappointed. But overall, we've come a long way in a short space of time. But we need to take something from that game today when we get back to 3-0.
And then why is it then, do you feel, recently it feels like a few more goals have creeped in conceding-wise. Is there a quick fix that you can see that will help us stem the flow of goals that are being conceded?
Well, to be fair, with most success we had was when we had a back 3. People talk about not shipping goals and whatnot. Well, I think we won 4 out of 5 matches when we played that formation, so it's something to consider. But when you make mistakes, when you give away penalties, it's an uphill task. Being 2-0 down at a place like Welling, it's hard to find that moments of quality in a game to try and get yourself back into it. But like you say, we managed to find it and I felt like we were in the ascendancy. But it's an absolute sucker punch to concede that one in the 91st minute. I'm not sure if it was a free kick to start off with, but I'm not going to start nitpicking. It's just one of those things. I'll have to go home, watch the game, assess it, and then move on to what's a massive game on Tuesday night. So we can't be downbeat, and I said that to the lads in there. They're all absolutely gutted that we've had a bad beat today. We've yet to win in the 91st minute or injury time this season, and to win like that is the best feeling in the world. Danny and his staff will tell you that, but to lose in that circumstance and in that manner, it's a real tough one to take.
You made a triple substitution as well. In other games we've had quite a bit of success with substitutions that have come on. What did you feel like didn't happen with them today?
Just fresh legs, wanted to obviously freshen it up. David, Mikel and Lenchi have been on fire lately, so Lenchi with his experience in the middle of the pitch, Mikel has been a focal point and David's been superb. So I feel like the substitutions were going to have an impact, and I don't think they did, to be honest. I don't think they kind of changed the flow of the game. It was a bit more of a basketball match still. So yeah, it's not their fault. It's definitely not their fault. It's difficult to come on in a game like today when neither team were really in control of it. I feel like it was a bit scrappy, and it could have gone either way, and we've come out the wrong side of it. So that was always the plan, for those 3 to come on and impact the game if we needed to. If we were winning, it would have been different. Me and Nashi probably would have come on and tried to secure things up. But yeah, listen, it's one of those. Felt like it was the right thing to do, and it's not worked out. It's not the reason why we've conceded. So yeah, it's just one of those things that we can go into Tuesday a little bit more fresh.
And it's, like you say, it's not the ideal kind of warm-up for Tuesday evening. I just wanted to ask, how are things in preparation for that replay? And have you managed to secure a few players who may have been in trouble with their jobs?
Yeah, no, everyone will be available. Really looking forward to it. Today's irrelevant. I don't think today will have any impact on what Tuesday's like in terms of the lads being up for it, confidence and things like that. If you can't get up for going to Grimsby away and playing in a massive stadium for what the lads are used to, then there's something wrong with you. I'm excited by it. I can't wait for it. Like you say, we've got nothing to lose going up there to give a good account of ourselves again. I believe they've won today as well, which is good. Hopefully there'll be some more fans there. And listen, we want to go up there and we want to play in that sort of atmosphere. It would be a cauldron. I think for the lads it would be superb to experience. So yeah, it's just something we can really look forward to, a break from the league. But the worst thing is having a break from the league off the back of a defeat. We didn't want to have 2 weeks now without a league game. With obviously coming out of a loss. We wanted 4 points from this week and we've got 3. So I know it only seems like 1 point, but it's massive because when you're playing teams in and around you, it's important that you don't allow them to get the 3. And they've obviously achieved that on us today.
Cheers, Scott. We'll see you Tuesday at
Cheers,
Grimsby.
Con. Thanks, mate.